Welcome back to Controversially High. What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I consider to be the human flaw. And it comes down to three things: it's racism, religion, and culture. Now, hear me out before y'all say, what are you talking about, bruh? My thing is, I feel like what humans do and we fail to do a lot is racism. Like the basic matter of fact, racism. Not everybody's racist. I'm serious. I don't believe that many people are truly racist, but there are racists out there. And I think that if you're a racist, you need to let that shit go, because how can you judge somebody on the color of their skin? All right, that's what racism is. You're judging someone on the color of their skin. That's that's not okay. And then you associate that with like their culture and why it's not good. No, you can't do that. That's who they are as a people. That's the culture. That's part of their background. That's why they are the way they are today. So you need to stop that. Can't be judging people on their culture. Can't be judging people on the color of their skin. What the fuck? Culture is what makes us who we are. How can you deny that to someone? It's crazy. And then the third one, religion. Everybody associates, you know, religion with terrorism, you know, or extremists, because they are extremists out there. There are a lot of extremists out there. There are Muslim extremists who, everybody associates some people like that with terrorism and that they're evil and that they're out to do harm, when that's not the case at all. They're just regular people just like you and me. They just have a different belief. And since we associate them with terrorists, it's bad. Same thing with Christianity. Like with Christians, with the whole belief that, I'm Christian. I'm not a full into diehard Christian. There are some rules that are there that I I tend to agree and disagree with, but that's to each his own. But it is who we choose to believe. Like how can you judge somebody on that? I don't believe no religion teaches to kill anybody. I truly don't believe that no religion is out there. I think if your religion tells you to kill people, you need to seriously look into reality and knowing that you can't go around killing people because of a religion. That's fucking crazy. But those are the three flaws I believe. I believe everybody has this thing about race, about culture, about the color of the skin, because their color of the skin, some people assume, oh, gangster, because of the way they dress and the way they look and the way they talk. No, that's just the culture, man. That's just who they are. They are that way because of their culture. Like you, if you judge them on that, then you're flawed. Look at your own hands before you judge somebody else, because we all have flaws, and you can't be judging people on that because you don't know who they were, where they came from, what's their story. And everybody grows up under different circumstances, so we can't be going around just attacking people because of those three basic things that I see we attack and disagree on all the time: the type of music we listen to, the type of crowd we hang with. Uh, I guess those are associations, and we associate with ourselves with things and people and associates. But it's culture, man. You can't be judging just because you see a group of, let's say, one colored group of people there listening to their music all together doesn't mean that they're criminals. Like, what the fuck? That could just be a family having a get together, Just because they listen to rap doesn't mean that they're bad. I've had plenty of people who listen to rap music actually approach me and be the super cool people. They ask you, hey, what song are you listening to? I hear you have that on your Bluetooth speaker. Or, oh, turn that shit up. That shit is popping. Like, most of the time people don't get crazy. Like, music is what unites us. It's beautiful thing, music. And the culture and the people, the food, the different types of food. You never get tired of it. You live in New York City, there's food for everyone. We have every culture here. So whatever you are in the mood for, yo, it's here. Google it, ask around, because New Yorkers will hear. If you wanted someplace to eat, most New Yorkers will just give you a highlight of what's in the neighborhood and what's dope to eat, what's not dope to eat. That's what I love about here. People are quick to share their opinion and not afraid to. But I noticed that in other areas, people, they associate, don't talk to those people. Those people are bad. Like, shut the fuck up. Just because of the color of the skin, just because you're just judging them automatically without even knowing them. Like, that's got to stop. I think that's what's holding us back as the whole world. Like, because of the different race problem, the different culture, the different languages, the different mix. I don't get it why the world is like that against each other, and people are very proud of where they're from, and they're, but I feel like we should just be more like New York City, man. I feel like more racism, more everyone should combine and collide with each other, and date someone who you really like, and not worry about, are they gonna judge him because of this, or are they gonna judge her because of that? Like, nah. Like, if we all just accepted each other's culture, accepted the religions, like, respectfully, like, hey, you do you, and we don't have to talk about that. We could have that discussion once, never have it again, and just chill. That's what makes us cool. But just accept it. We can't be going around judging people because their music, listen to, the color of their skin. Because believe it or not, what if one day that person, the person that you think is bad, what if that person's the one that gives you the opportunity to come up? Right? What if they gave you that job opportunity? What if they gave you the opportunity to be that artist, to record that song, to do that thing that gave you that job? Like, if we just accepted everyone and just, instead of being afraid of it, like, and just embrace them, it's like people who have tattoos, but because it's part of their culture, we respect it. But if a person, like, you got Hawaiians with the cool ass tattoos that they have, and it means something to them, and let's say a person here in New York City gets it, a rapper or whatever gets a tattoo or something, and people look at that like, oh, you're that's dumb, that's damage to the skin. I'm like, no, that's part of his culture. What the fuck are you doing? Like, don't tell him that that's stupid or that's ugly. Nah, bro, that's not okay. We need to just be more accepting. Just be like, hey, why did you get it? Oh, that's why you got your tattoo? Okay, that's cool. I understand why you did it now, and it makes sense because of that's what you're trying to show, what you're trying to represent, who you are, where you're from. And that's what I tell people to do. We need to stop breaking that racism bullshit, and we need to break down that religious thing. Just come accepting each other. And this is going to be a little controversial also. Like, I feel like you shouldn't, like, when it comes to even love, like, dating outside of your so-called religious background. Like, if you're Muslim and you can't date somebody that's not Muslim. Like, I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I would date. I don't give a fuck. Like, we should not let that hold us back from liking each other, loving each other, yo. Don't let that hold you back. Don't let little things like that hold you back because of, the repercussions. Because that's what's going to make us get better as a nation. That's what's going to make us come closer together. If we just start just loving each other, loving everybody, stop the bullshit. Just communicate, get better at communicating, and mingle together. That's what makes things great. And then I noticed that people, when they mix, their kids come out fucking awesome, like amazing. Like, look at Derek Jeter. That's crazy. Drake. That's crazy. Like, people who are mixed, like Tekashi 6ix9ine, Mexican and Puerto Rican. That's, to me, is mixing, even though it's Latino, but it's still mixing, You're still changing up the culture. You're still combining two different cultures together to make something new. And look at that. Instant hit. Sensation. Everybody loves them. You know what I'm saying? I think that it can unite us, and it could also make us better as a nation and better as a people. Imagine, instead of always holding back because of color, race, culture, whatever, imagine we could just evolve. That's just us coming together, and then we're evolving. We're going to combine the cultures, and this next thing is going to be the new generation, the next generation. And I think that's a good thing. And I think racism in the 21st century needs to end. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And we need to stop assuming about things. If you spell assume, it makes an ass of you and me. That's the saying. So don't assume. You know what I'm saying? Don't assume on people. Most people will shock you. Believe me. Most people will shock you. People are not as naive as people think they are. Some people are. There's some ignorant motherfuckers out there, and they choose to be ignorant. So that's why I'm just like, wow, when it's just, you can actually go look it up and do something, but you just don't. You just can't accept it. But for the rest of us, we need to just wake up, give each other a chance. Believe me. People will shock you today. People are not as bad as people think they are, all right? All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Tell me, guys, what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and can't wait to hear from you guys in the next video. All right, guys. Take it easy.